it's Margie.
And I'm Chloe.
From Marjielous Creations. And welcome to Vlog Podcast.
4.
Is it episode 4?
It's episode 4.
Okay, episode 4. Vlog number 4. So, what we've been up to. It's been a kind of a busy, sick month for us. We've either been sick or it's been filled with doctor's appointments.
That's why we haven't gotten around to doing our vlog.
Yeah.
Because normally we do it closer to the beginning of the month.
Yeah, well, I suppose last month we did it in the middle of the month. But it doesn't matter. We've got it done.
Yeah.
It's the middle of the month now. But I started physiotherapy, which is going really good. Like, look.
That's her right arm.
Correct. It is my right arm.
It's right.
Yeah. It's pretty handy, too.
I did that.
So my physio's been going pretty good. I still can't crochet and knit for very long. I'm at about maybe 2 hours at a time. And I still can't get into the position for recording the videos, like my
videos?
Yeah, the learn to crochet videos. I cleaned up my craft room.
It's nice and clean.
Yeah, so we've cleaned it up a little bit. And so I've gotten rid of some craft things that I'm not going to use. So like some stationery things, greeting cards, stuff that I've had forever and I know I'm not going to use. And I've also downsized a little bit of my yarn. I've gotten rid of some of my yarn.
Mm-hmm. And I have about yarn, I have an announcement to make. Hear yay! Mom has yarn for yarn swaps.
Yeah,
and if you want to do a yarn swap, message her on Facebook or Instagram.
Yeah, so within cleaning of some of my room up, I've put aside some yarn specifically for yarn swaps. So if anybody wants to do a yarn swap, let me know, and we'll swap some yarn. Yeah, it's kind of exciting. It feels nice to get rid of things that I know I'm not going to use, you know?
All of Mom's yarn still fits in a box.
Yes.
AKA our house.
The house. My husband's like, quit calling our house a box.
But it is a box. Every room is a box.
It fits in there. And as always, Chloe and I are very goofy in our day-to-day lives normally. And I've taken some videos of us singing to each other. So I'll put those at the end of the video. So, that's what we've been up to.
Now we are in acquisitions.
Okay, so our local yarn shop, Prairie Lily Knitting, and I was in there a couple weeks ago and was just going to buy a sock yarn because I was thinking that it would make a really cute
sock.
Well, bear sweater, but yeah, socks. And so I had picked out this one to make. And it's really bright there. The light's just too bright to actually see that. That's weird. Okay, so it's a heritage print made by Cascada Yarns. And it's a 75% superwash merino wool and 25% nylon. When I went up to go pay for the yarn, my loyalty card was full. So I got a second print of the same type of yarn. And I can't wait to make socks out of this. Now, I couldn't just walk away with those two.
So, she bought this.
Oh my goodness, this one is amazing. Like, it's huge. So, it is a gala yarn. And
it's big and poofy and fluffy.
I'm not actually sure. Made in Germany. So, it is 80% wool and 20% polyamide. So, that is acrylic. Or is that polyester? I can't remember if it's
a type of yarn.
Yeah. And so this is made in Germany, and the label is actually mostly in German. Yes. So it says Antilingen und praktische Tipps oder auf der Inästhesie Bettchen. I'm sorry, I don't speak German. But my friend Lily, I'm sorry, Lily, if I totally butchered that. My friend Lily is in Norway. I don't know if she speaks German either.
Okay, Lily, if you do, and I know you watch these, so please comment below what we just said, if you know, and how you actually pronounce it.
Yeah. So when I bought this, not knowing what I was going to make with it, and it's gorgeous. Like it is a beautiful gradient yarn. It goes from this beautiful purple to a mixed of the two, and then into
Like a whitey gray.
into a nice gray. And so I bought it and took it home and was like, I have no idea what I'm going to make with it. And then the next morning I woke up and was like, oh, I had a sweater design on my head. So I've looked everywhere and couldn't find a specific pattern with what I was envisioning in my head. So I'm going to be designing my own pattern for a sweater, for a knitted sweater. And so I needed to practice some lace designs and some cabling designs to figure out exactly what I was wanting. And I will show you guys that with the dishcloths in the whips.
Video.
Mm-hmm. So I'm really excited about this acquisition. Acquisitions. And I also got new knitting needles. I know the package is empty.
Okay,
because I used these knitting needles to cast on the Honeycomb Blanket. So these are the Tiagu premium stainless steels. So these are a US size 10 or a 6 millimeter with a 32 inch or an 80 centimeter cord.
What? I thought it was like in a package or like zip sealed, like Mom's cool zip sealer. Or like, how is it broken?
That's another acquisition I got. I also decided to, because I send a lot of packages, right? So I mean, shipping can get kind of expensive depending on how big things are.
Especially when the boxes are like that big, because it doesn't all fit in those little tiny $2 packages.
Yeah, so I bought a food processor vacuum sealer. And
she has a video of it doing with yarn that's like that thick.
So I'll put that right.
Like that thick.
I'll add that in right here.
I just bought a used vacuum food saver sealer thing for shipping things. So here's my test. So this is 3 centimeters tall before I start. Okay, let's see how this goes. Oh, I need 2 hands. I missed the really noisy part of it, but look at that. Oh my goodness, look at how full this is. That is pretty awesome. It's barely even a centimeter.
So you can see how awesome that is to use and how wonderful it works for making the packages smaller. So if you are receiving a package from me in the future, it's probably going to be like vacuum sealed and small. And I have another friend who's going to come over and she's going to play with her canning stuff with me with that. I guess not canning stuff, but garden vegetables that she's going to vacuum seal it.
Zip up.
And then I've also actually got a bunch of nail glitters. So I've been using it. I did my nails. They're all pretty and beautiful.
Oh, and she also did my nails. They're all pretty and beautiful. We'll put some better pictures and
yeah. So I
just like, look at my pretty nails. Now we are in whips.
Which
Works in progress.
Works in progress. So I've been working on the modified log cabin blanket.
Which we showed you in episode 3 of our podcast.
Sure. I also did the video on making it.
Yeah.
The square before I hurt my shoulder. But anyhow, so I'm now working on rote 8 of that one.
Mm-hmm.
So then we've got the Princess Chloe blanket.
Princess me.
I've been working on it. And I know I haven't actually shown it on the podcast yet. But here...
That's my head.
It is, yep.
That's my head.
Like...
It's gonna fit my big bed. Hopefully.
No, I started making it the size of a single bed.
Oh.
So it's...
You could always put the extra on it. Like
I don't know,
of 2 layers.
A border?
Yeah, you could do a border and make it bigger. Because I do like the bigger blankets, even when I have my small bed. Because when I have my small bed, it's good because it laps over my bed, my small bed, so it's good. And Mom's phone just went off.
That's okay.
It's
yeah, so I'm finished row 14 on that.
Really?
On
Row 14? Haven't you been making that since I was like 6?
Yes, but I hate sewing. You know that. I hate sewing together. So it's still going to take a while. It'll probably be another while before I actually show it again.
It'd be funny if I was 15 when it's done, because I'd be like, stop it.
Because Princess Chloe and
Yeah.
you feel embarrassed because it's a princess. Can you please keep your feet off of the vacuum cleaner?
I'm just doing that. That's
Okay, so why don't you sit cross-legged so then you aren't like touching
the vacuum
vacuum cleaner. Because the vacuum cleaner... Okay, so vacuum cleaner's down here because of glitter. Not from the last time she did glitter, but because of me making a mess with glitter. I started working on... One of my friends is a foster mom, and so she's gotten another 3 kids.
So
and one
she's
of
at
them,
6.
So she's got 6 kids right now. One of them is her own, and she's got another that are, or a couple that are permanents in her house. But one of them is a little baby boy, and he's only a couple of weeks old. And listening to him cry over the phone, he's adorable, absolutely adorable. So she asked if I could make him a baby blanket. So I started making him the honeycomb pattern with knitting. So it's actually sitting beside my bed right now because
She does it while we watch DS9. If you don't know what that is
Star Trek
Deep Space Nine.
We've been watching that one lately.
And also DW, aka Doctor Who. That's when she makes it. So we do that in your bed.
Yeah. I actually, when I picked up my projects to work on them today during the day, I realized I had 4 works in progress, 4 project bags beside my bed. So the modified log cabin square, the Princess Chloe, the honeycomb blanket, and I've also been working on knitted dishcloths. Granny's asked for dishcloths.
That's my grandma.
And so here, you can hold up this one. So this one is one of the round dishcloths. So this is a round dishcloth. It was my first time knitting a round one, and it was really neat to actually work up. And I'm going to make a sweater. And so I've got the designed in my head, and I'm going to design it out. But I want to work on some lace type patterns to get it down. And so since I'm making dishcloths, I thought, what better way to practice my lace and cabling than in the middle of a dishcloth? Because then I'm trying it out, and I still get to thing instead of it just being a sample swatch.
And also, if she messes up on a dishcloth, I think it will still work.
Still work as a dishcloth. It doesn't matter if I mess up on it,
Because
right?
it doesn't matter if your dishcloth has a whole bunch of holes. Because when they get old, they get holes.
You get holes, and you throw them out. So, other thing I've made is, the reason the vacuum cleaner's down here is because I started making some yarn rings. I don't know if you can actually see it or not.
It looks...
But I'll put up some pictures of it. And so it's kind of sparkly, and I made a mess with the gel powders that I got. And so the vacuum cleaner's down here.
Speaking of rings, I have a beautiful ring too. It's plastic.
And we also made some...
Mom has made some bookmarks.
So they're bookmarks.
They're different colors.
Yeah, with some lace, and there's a couple of different colors of them. So I've made these, and they're different sizes, and I'm going to show Chloe how to make them, and then she is going to...
Make a video.
Oh, you want to make a video on how to make them?
Yes.
Okay, well, I guess we'll make a video on how to make them. And then she's going to sell them for her profits.
Yeah, and what I love about them...
They're going to be 3 bars of gold pressed platinum.
Yeah. That's like $15.
I have no idea what gold pressed platinum is actually worth, but that's what Quark says from DS9.
Yeah.
So, these, if the book is wide enough, this can actually go in the spine of the book this way, and then you can have it...
Many different bookmarks.
Many different spots for your bookmarks, for like if it's a textbook or a Bible.
Another-
Or you
can I
can
say the-
just put it...
You can put it in with these fringling out because they look pretty.
Fringling.
Fringling, that's a type of alien from DS9, and I said it.
No.
Yes, Fringle.
No, a Ferengi.
Ferengi, I was close.
You said Fringle. Oh my god.
That's like a Ferengi and a Pringle in one. It's a Feringle.
You are crazy. Okay, put them away.
Okay, I'll put them away.
Oh, I missed something for finished projects. Because you were rushing me through... Oh, we didn't do finished projects. We didn't do finished projects. Finished projects. So, we did our nails. And I made the yarn rings. So I've made a couple of these yarn rings, and I used the nail powder actually to powder it. And I'll post a better picture of it in a bit. Yes, and I made a huge mess with the glitter. And
That's
why
why
the
the
vacuum cleaner. And so I've made the rings, and so I've sent a couple to some of my viewers, to some of our viewers, to test out and see what they think of it. And I'm gonna, with this was my first one I made in this style with the acrylic, and I'm adjusted it a little bit for the ones that I sent to the other people. And so I'm just waiting to hear back that they've received them and that they've used them to see how it works out.
Before they get sold.
Before I put them up in my Etsy shop. That's right. And then we did our nails. My mom actually finished both of the Willow Square blankets. So her and I did a how to learn to crochet video on the Willow Square. And she'd she'd almost had all of the squares together of the first one when we recorded that. And we recorded the video with the red, which was the starting of the second blanket. And it turned out amazing. So the first one was blue.
Blue and gray.
And here's a picture of it. And then the other one was in kind of fall tones. So one is very fall-like and one is very wintry. And I think they're very beautiful blankets. So I dishcloths. I've made so many of these dishcloths with the... Why are you laughing?
Because there's a lot of them, just like there's a lot of yarn. You make a lot of things, but your yarn does not decrease.
Yes, it does.
No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't.
Well, that's because I keep getting more yarn.
Yes, see.
But see, it's changed position. This is new, right? And I've taken some stuff out of there, and look, this stack has gone down.
A little bit, not very much.
And this one has some more in it.
See.
But that's the whole point.
If this has more, it could fill that. So therefore, there is still the same amount of yarn.
Okay, anyhow. So I have made a lot of dishcloths. And so I've worked through a bunch of, I think 5 or 6 different lace and cable patterns. Oh, Jamie Lynn's blanket. I finished Jamie Lynn's blanket. So this blanket was made by somebody special for her, and she couldn't get another one. And so the original blanket was actually like a receiving blanket size, which I didn't realize because I didn't see the blanket. I just got sent a picture
and
of
in
the
the picture,
blanket.
it looked huge.
It looked big, and so I did my counting, and I figured it out, and it was like, okay, and made it up to be like, I think it's bit bigger than a crib sized, but not quite a throw.
Yeah. And when we gave it to her, it was funny because
She like pulled it out and she's like,
this is a
oh my goodness, this is so huge. And then she brought in the little blanket and it was like so little and I'm like, oh, okay.
But other than that, they look the same, and I don't think she'll notice because they look the same and they feel the same. So to her, because she's just a little baby, it's the same thing, just like the dishcloths.
Yeah, it's just like the dishcloth. So, but so if I was to do this pattern again, I really enjoyed it. It was just a basket weave. I think I would do it with maybe doing it smaller stripes. So like every 4 rows, maybe switching a color so it's different. Or maybe even just doing it with a variegated color because then it would cycle through the colors.
Like,
no, not this one. That would be too much. Maybe something like this, the nice browns.
I was looking for the one I have upstairs, but
Yeah, I
it's
don't.
upstairs.
That's the grape fizz one.
We did for mine.
And I also made a pair of fingerless mitts. But the person already came to pick them up, so I can't show them to you. I suppose I've got a picture of them. So here's the picture of them. I'll cover Chloe's face with the picture.
I hate it when you cover my face, because it's always covering me.
I cover my face too.
Only when it's something I made.
No.
Or sometimes they're too big and they cover both of our faces. It's like blah blah blah.
But anyhow,
between the pictures.
But anyhow, I made a pair of fingerless mitts, and it was just a simple double crochet back and forth in a Minecraft pattern to look like I guess it wasn't the dirt, it was to look like a zombie skin or something, but I don't play Minecraft, so I don't actually know. My family plays Minecraft. Okay.
Micah, this is for acquisitions. Micah got a Minecraft blanket that Nana made him, and it's a bunch of dirt.
Yeah, Mom, I guess that would go under finished projects too. But Mom made Chloe, or Nana, my mom, made Micah a blanket. It was a quilted blanket, and it looks like a Minecraft block of dirt.
It's
So Nana made Micah dirt.
a bunch of it.
Some dirt. A block of dirt.
Oh, when Nana was explaining to me what she got, because I hadn't even seen it, because I didn't pay attention to Micah's blankets, she's like, yeah, I made this for Micah, right? And I'm like, what does it look like? And she's like, it's just a bunch of dirt. And what I seriously thought was she gave him a box, like a present box, filled with dirt, because then it's a block of dirt.
Oh, okay, so funny story. When I was pregnant, you know how when you're pregnant and you get the really bad cravings for things? Well, when I was pregnant with this little munchkin, I had a craving for dirt. You know? But it was very specific dirt. Like, I wouldn't actually go out and eat dirt, but it was a very specific thing. Like, you know how it smells after it rains and it's just beautiful, like, smell? But then, like, the dirt kind of has that moist smell to it. I wanted to just go and, like, lick the pavement and get the dirt in my mouth.
But if you did that would still, it'd be like...
I wouldn't. I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't. So we had some friends who sterilized some dirt. Like, they cooked it in the oven, and then they put it in a bottle of wine. Like, not in a bottle of wine, but they put it in a wine bottle and sealed it up for me for the next time I got pregnant. And the label on it is actually a picture of my pregnant belly when I was pregnant with her. I didn't use it. I still have it. I mean, I'm not going to eat dirt. But it's funny, isn't it?
I had seen it a couple of times. I didn't see what the picture was until Mom told the story when I was there. And I'm like, oh, now I see the pregnant belly.
Yeah. I'll put a picture up of it. Tangent. But that's okay.
Wow. A dirt blanket turned into a dirt box turned into a pregnant mom.
That was 10 years ago.
Yep. 10 years and a couple months.
Yes, but that's fine. It was still 10 years ago.
And
It's crazy.
I'm old.
You are so old. If you're old at 10, how old does that make me at 33? So we've had a couple of friends stay over, and I also watched some of my friends' foster kids as well.
All at one time?
They weren't all at one time, Chloe.
But there were still a lot of 4-year-olds in like this.
Yeah, so I mean, it was like
time.
within a couple of weeks, there was a lot of little kids at the house. And
Like
you
4
you
and
look at
5.
your kids and you're like, oh, I miss you being so young. You were so cute.
And little adorable.
And then you've got these, like, a bunch of little kids running around your house, and you're like, I'm so glad that my kids are old.
Yeah. Because I don't play in the cat litter like it's a sandbox.
Don't play in the cat litter like it's a sandbox.
Well, 2 of the little girls saw it in the bathroom thinking it's a sandbox. Oh, I know what this is.
It's the cat litter. Yeah. Yeah, so it's like, I miss my kids being little, but at the same time, I am glad that they're growing up and they're being more mature.
Because I'm not like...
Throwing tantrums and just grabbing for things. And,
Or like, I can't reach it,
but
so
you've
I go
always,
like this.
But you've always been very articulate. You've always used your words.
5-word sentences. 5-word sentences since I was 9 months old and
Not 9 months old.
18 months old.
For sure, since 18 months old.
And I said it clearly, and it wasn't like I just was.
Yeah, she was clearly understood by everybody.
Not just my mom or my dad.
And she didn't stop talking. She talks in her sleep, too.
I also sleepwalk. I have a bad habit of sleepwalking.
Yeah, we're just not going to talk about sleepwalking.
No.
Because there's...
No.
Yeah.
No. Just crazy stories about me.
I don't know, I think that's it. That's all we have to talk about. Right?
Yeah.
I don't know. So, as always, we will end the video with...
The compilations of our random things we talked about. Oh,
my hair's long enough that a crochet hook fits in again. But yeah, we'll leave the end of the video here with a compilation of videos that we've taken throughout the month of us just being silly and singing and...
If you were pregnant and you had weird cravings, comment below
Yes.
of your crazy cravings that you had when you were pregnant.
like dirt. To get over the dirt craving, I actually ended up eating a lot of salads. So it's like I ate like spinach salads with mushrooms and peppers, and that kind of would have the craving. I also really craved French fries, but not just like any French fries. It was very specific French fries.
Because she used to
Work at the Elephant and Castle, and
is a bar.
their fries, the fries they used were just, I loved them. And so I couldn't find anywhere that made them. But I did actually find them.
Finally.
But they had a weird seasoning on them, so... But it's okay. I phoned, like, every single restaurant in Saskatoon to find out.
That had fries.
Yeah.
Except you knew that it wouldn't be McDonald's, because...
Oh, well, no, it wasn't McDonald's fries. But,
all of the good ones with good fries.
yes.
Not like McDonald's.
Mm-hmm. Anyhow, thank you guys so much for watching. Like and subscribe, and you'll see us on the next video. Bye!
In. Got
Okay, so then the other end of that one.
Oh,
Good job.
I dropped it on it. That was great.
Will you make for me 1 cup of coffee with 1 sugar and 2 cream? No, sorry, with 1 honey and 2 cream.
I thought you were taking a picture of us. Yes, I will. I don't know how to go find it.
Yes, I'll make for you 1 cup of coffee with 1
Anything you ask, I'll
Do for you.
except chores.
Love me, that's all I ask of you. Thank you for my coffee, sweetie.
Welcome.
Oh God, I need to be kettle. I actually burnt my last one because it was a stovetop one, and I was making tea and I forgot to turn off the burner, and I put it back on the hot burner and it completely burnt and melted, and it was a metal one. It was not fun. But yeah, so I bought myself an electric one and I'm super excited about it. And that's pouring with my right hand. It's only hurting my shoulder a little bit. Oh, yummy. Sissy! It's a pretty sissy. It's a pretty sissy. Yeah, you wrecked me.
Why are you recording me singing on the chores?
So at night I sit here and watch TV in my bedroom, in my bed. And I've just now realized that I have 4 projects sitting here. I've got my knitting. I guess there's 2 knitting and 2 crochet. I've got my knitted dishcloths. I've got the knitted honeycomb blanket that I'm working on as a baby blanket. I've got the modified log cabin square. And that's Chloe's princess blanket. So, yeah, that's a lot of projects beside my bed. Guess whose hair is long enough that I can model my own bun toques again. It's kind of exciting. Is it just me or does that look dusty?
No, it looks fine. It looks normal.
Nope, the lens is dusty.
I'll go get my.
Oh yeah, look, that's much better. I've cleaned up my craft room. I've cleaned up my craft room a little bit here.
See it.
You can't see that
I
because
know.
it's fast for moving things. So look, if you're doing that, you can't see it.
I
You have to
know.
hold them up nice so that people can see.
That's
right?
why I said we have to take a picture.
I've already got pictures, so I guess I will post pictures.
Because my nails are so pretty.
Yes. So that was, did we get through everything? So we're doing finished projects, whips, acquisitions. I guess we did. That's pretty cool. Are you being a like gangster thug?
Gangsta!
I don't think gangsters dab.
Yeah, I think so.
Oh my goodness, no they don't.
It's very, very popular, Mom. Dabbing is so popular.